What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to another trade recap. Unfortunately, I took another loss, so that's not awesome. I'm not on a losing streak anymore because yesterday, after yesterday's trade recap, I did take a PM trade, which was a winner. Fortunately, I just took it because I took two break even trades during the AM, so I was like, okay, I'll just be done for AM, and then if I see something really good in PM, I'll take it if it's really good. That's what I saw, so I did take it. I'll walk you through yesterday's trade, and I'll walk you through today's trade. So I took a break even trade today and a loss, and then yesterday in PM I took a win. So let me start off with the PM trade from yesterday. It was around here, I think, at 2 p.m. Let me see. It was a 3 minute long. But yesterday, I'll keep this one short and sweet. But yesterday, we had a bullish trend day, so we just went up literally the entire day. And there really just wasn't anything, for me at least, that entire morning session, just because of how bullish we were. So that's why I stuck around for the PM, where I found a long, which ended up working. Let me try to find it here. What day is it? Tuesday. Okay, I found it, I think. Yeah. So I ended up taking this long right here. This was at 2 p.m. and I just targeted 50% of this range. Where'd it go? 50%, which was like 1 hour, and it played out really well. Reason I took this is because we had this big retrace, and let me just see if I can use replay mode here. We had a big retrace, and originally I wanted to see us rebalance to. I'm not going to zoom out on any more time frames because it might reset the replay tool. But if you go on a bigger time frame, this is the hourly 50% right here where I have this marked. And I originally wanted to see the retrace all to here, but I took the 3 minute just because we came into OTE of the 15-minute range, which was this swing low right here to the swing high. Right there, we tapped perfectly in OTE, and then we got a really nice reaction. And it's crazy how OTE lines up perfectly with this fair value gap too on the 15-minute. So yeah, I saw that reaction. I saw that we were bouncing off this 15-minute, and I was like, okay, if we get like good momentum through this 3 minute, I'll take it, which I did, and then it ended up playing out, which is pretty cool, and I'm grateful for that because if I didn't take that, I'd be on a 3 losing streak right now. AM has been rough recently. Today I didn't think at the time of taking these trades, I didn't think price action was that bad. However, after reflecting, I thought it was pretty bad. And the reason for that is you could make arguments for both sides, like bullish trades and bearish trades. And I remember ICT saying that if you can make arguments for both, like for long and shorts, then it means that price action is probably not the best and you should step away, which I will be doing from now on because that's literally what happened today. So I'll walk you guys through what happened. So let me see here. Yeah, so going into the day, we are coming into this, we're about to inverse this 4 hour gap right here, which we obviously did. But we were like, this was like the candle right here with at 9 a.m. open, the candle's like right here. So we were like just about to inverse it. So I was more so leaning bullish towards this high right here, and then there's another high on the higher time frame. I'll mark out here. Where'd it go? Oh, wait, no, this was the high. Yeah, so this was the high I was originally bullish to, loosely, because we were about to inverse the 4 hour. But at the same time, oh, and on the 1 hour, we did have, or maybe it was the 30. Yeah, we had this 30-minute gap right here, which at open we kind of blasted through. So I was already leaning more bullish because I was like, okay, well, this is probably going to inverse. The only issue was that we never rebalanced to 50% of the hourly range. And then we had this isolated unprotected low as well right here, which you can see was never swept, which is kind of weird right here. And we had this. So I was like, huh, okay. I want to see longs, but ideally I want to see us sweep this low and then go back up. All right, so that was kind of my thought process. And then going into the day, nothing really happened. We came up here at open and then had like a bit of like a Judah swing and then retraced all the way down to this low, swept out this low, but didn't sweep out this low, um, which is really weird. But then we instantly had this reaction to this 5 minute gap. And in my head at the time, I was like, okay, if we're truly bearish here towards this low, then we shouldn't have inversed this. We should not be inversing this. And in my mind, I was like, okay, we had this super like bullish reaction. You can see from this like you call it a doji candle. We had a super bullish reaction from this candle, and we had strong displacement upward above this 5 minute gap. And I was just thinking, okay, if we're truly bearish here, there's no reason why we should inverse this. So if we inverse this, logically speaking, there should be no reason why we don't hit this high, which you can see we're about to hit it right here. And yeah, so I ended up taking this long, and I went break even based on this 3 minute gap right here. So as soon as we tapped into this 3 minute gap, I went break even. And the reason for that was obviously I wanted to be safe, and the 5 minute and the 3 minute inverse triggered at the same time on this up close candle, right? So I was taking the 5 minute, but at the same time I was technically taking the 3 minute. And this 3 minute gap made sense for us to just go break even at, because what I didn't want to see is us just come up, tap into this, and just go all the way down and rebalance to the higher time frame 50% and this, right? So I ended up getting stopped out for that, which is fine. I'm fine with that. It's kind of annoying though because it's about to go to the TP. And then I saw this 2 minute, and this is where I flip flopped. And I saw this 2 minute, and the reason why I like this was because we were rejected off this 3 minute. We swept the high inside the 3 minute, or did we know? Okay, we didn't. We just tapped into it. We bounced to it, and we displaced strongly downward through the 3 minute. And at this point, I was like, okay, if we inverse this 3 minute, we'll probably at least go to these internal lows where I can go break even, and then I can look for TPs at this hourly outside or even this wick, and then maybe even leave a runner down to 50%, because this entire time we still haven't rebounced to 50%. So I was like, okay, logically speaking, if we inverse this, there should be no reason why we don't just go down to this low. Obviously, I was wrong. I got stopped out. I went. So I originally had my stop above this 1 minute gap right here, but as soon as we formed this 1 minute inverse, I trailed it, which luckily, prevented me from losing a lot more. So I trailed it to a 20-point stop from originally a 30-point stop right here. And then I got stopped out and I lost, like $400 or whatever on each of the accounts instead of, I think it was 500. Yeah, 500 that I would originally got stopped out for, right? And yeah, that's that trade. Mechanically speaking, I think it was a great trade. Subjectively, I don't just like after reflecting, I don't know if I should have traded today. Mainly just because, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, when you can make arguments for both sides in terms of shorts and longs, it probably means that the way price is delivering is not efficient, meaning that the price action is going to be high resistant, meaning that you probably shouldn't trade because it's low probability, which you can see happened today. The only high probability conditions that happened was yesterday during PM when I took that 3 minute long. That was like an amazing trade. But really, other than that, this week has been really rough in terms of AM. It's been really rough, which I am grateful for because it allows me to grow and learn. But yeah, it's been really rough. I'm down like 1R on the month so far, 4 days in, which is really good because if this was me like even 2 months ago, I probably would have blown my accounts by now just from taking really low probability setups. So yeah, I'm grateful for that. Other than that, that's really it. It's kind of just like another day here in the market. Really unfortunate what happened, but it is what it is. You learn, you live and you learn. I think this was a really good lesson. because I've noticed that anytime I'm like sitting at the charts and I'm like, okay, if we inverse this gap, I'm just using this as an example. Like if we inverse this gap, you know, I can be long, or if we inverse this gap, I can be short. Where it's like on the days where it's like, no, I'm only gonna take longs today because it's so clear cut in terms of my bias. Those are the days where I get like the highest quality setups. Whereas on these days like this, where it's like I can make arguments on shorts or longs, it's kind of 50-50 with the bias, then that's typically when I take a loss, right? So from now on out, on days where it's like, oh, I could long here or I could short here, and that like repeatedly comes up during the trading session, I'm just not gonna take a trade, and I'm gonna just make sure to walk away. Because every time this happens, it's just not a fun time. But yeah, other than that, that's really it for the trade recap. Hope you guys learned something from my mistakes today, and I will see you guys in the next one. And I hope you have a blessed rest of your day.